Well, welcome back to the Fresh Shopping Network, and once again we are broadcasting from the beautiful Warsaw Cut Glass facility here on South Detroit Street in Warsaw. And Courtney rejoins me here on the program. And Courtney, we've got some great products to talk about and a service or two in this segment from Goshen, huh?
That's right. You know, Goshen's a great place to go. They've got lots of things that they offer, but specifically we're going to talk about a few companies, and I think you're pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, I am actually. This is a what you'd call a tool belt, right?
You kind of want to be Tim the Tool Man.
Kind of, but I'm not really all that great with tools, so we can only talk about them here today. But this is the Makita tool belt that comes as part of what you'll get at Hoover Lumber and Coal and 4 Acre, and I'm just going to set this over here for now. We're going to talk about the tool belt, and we're also going to talk about a couple of items over here from Hoover Lumber and Coal. And again, if you'd like to find out more about this great local business, you can go to our website at myfresh.tv and find out more. But this is the Makita cordless impact driver, and I know Ron Bedward, one of our producers here, is really excited about this impact driver. And what this does here is it provides you a lot of flexibility around the home to do those little odd jobs with some really great power as provided by Makita. And that is a name you can trust in hand tools. This is a nifty little item right here. It's got a detachable, rechargeable battery to it. And if for some reason this battery goes dead on you, you've got a second battery, which is right here. And if you need to charge overnight, you can get the beautiful charger that comes with it, and a nice little pouch as well that I suppose you could attach, couldn't you, to that tool belt that we were talking about?
That's what it's made for, yeah.
So,
looks like it.
Again, one of the great items from Makita. This particular offer you might find for maybe well over $100 somewhere else, but at Hoover Lumber and Coal, the Makita Impact Driver at just under $90. So check them out, Hoover Lumber and Coal and 4 Acre. And that is the impact driver. Then over here is the cordless driver drill. And we're just going to move over here, Courtney, and show people a little bit about what we have. And again, you've got a rechargeable battery at the bottom. And it's supposed to come right off, and it's not coming off, so we won't do that. But it has a lot of power, as you can see. And then you get another one of the cordless drivers to go along with it that does a little something different, and another battery that goes with it. And then you have the battery charger. So a great combination of different tools here from Makita. This particular tool will list at $198.60 at Hoover Lumber and Coal. And as we said, the single unit over here, just under $90. So give them a call. You can go to myfresh.tv and link directly on to Hoover Lumber and Coal to find out more.
That's right. I'm going to get deeper into Goshen.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Just talking about tools makes me hungry, you know?
Our transitions aren't very well.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm going to transition you over here.
Over
I'm going to talk
some
about
food?
Matterns.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Matterns Butcher Shop and Corner Deli in downtown Goshen, 201 South Main. They are in the new Newell's building, and they've got lots of exciting things coming to their butcher shop. Not only are they just a butcher shop, but they have lots of great things. And next week we'll actually be broadcasting our show right from their location in downtown Goshen, so you'll want to stay tuned for that, and we'll showcase more of the meats and the great things they do there. But here are some of the great sauces and things that you'll find when you go in there. They are now having their own coffee that they are blending. It's Matterns blend coffee. They have whole bean here, and we have some Ethiopian. As you can tell, they're still getting the label ready for this, but it is that new, and it is coming to them soon. They have some Sumatra that they've given us, and Costa Rican coffee blends. Some of my favorite coffees. I'm sure they are yours as well. And here we have some Polonaise. We have some Polish pickles, Polish dill pickles, and sauerkraut, which I'm sure are delicious. The lollipop tree sauces and the glazing sauces for your grilling needs. Summer is still here, fall's right around the corner, but still lots of time to grill. Some of my favorite items come from the two cooking sisters. Right here we have the Granny's Garden corn relish, and they have lots of great jams and jellies and other things of that nature. And the bone sucking sauce, which literally, I mean, you'll suck the bone dry there. It is so good. And the Dietz and Watson large pickles they have there, and the other sauces. And let's see the last one here, Round Barn salsa. All kinds of great things you can find there. They also have the olive branch and lots of neat grilling accessories, but most of all, you'll get all your meats and all your butcher shop needs there. They're a great place to go. 201 South Main in Goshen, right on the corner of Washington and Main Street.
Okay, very good. All right. I am hungry still.
I know. That's a great place to go.
It is. It is. It's really become a magnet in downtown Goshen, Matterns. Check them out if you can. Well, the next item we want to talk about is actually a service, and it comes to you from Northern Indiana Back Institute. And Northern Indiana Back Institute, located in Goshen, just off the 20 bypass, is an office that helps people, Courtney, as you know, with those really severe low back and neck pain items that come up. And people do deal with those kinds of issues quite a bit. And what they have is decompression therapy, unlike maybe anything you've ever experienced before. Non-surgical, without the drugs. And lots of people with low back and neck pain have considered surgery, and if you're one of those, you probably should consider no longer the surgical method, because the non-surgical decompression that's provided at Northern Indiana Back Institute is wildly successful.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been in there for my own needs, and people coming in and out of there, their success stories are just kind of raining through that entire facility, because it has been so successful, and they've performed so many of they've done so much therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, they just know what they're doing. This, it's not new to them.
Over 20,000 treatments.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can you believe
that?
Over 20,000 treatments. So if you're looking for decompression therapy, and even if you really don't know that much about it, you need to go to our website, myfresh.tv. There's a link right there to Northern Indiana Back Institute, and you can learn more about this unbelievable therapy that is available right here in our local area.
That's right.
Northern Indiana Back Institute, check them out today. Well, our last item, Courtney, that we want to talk about is Pro Automotive. And Jeff Angel, a good friend of the Fresh Shopping Network, is on hand occasionally here on the set to talk to us about a couple of specials, but he just wanted to relay again to you at home the fact that he's at Deerdorf Road in Goshen, and he's got an oil change special through the summer, and also some front-end alignment specials that you want to check out. We talked last time about the summer being probably the worst time of the year on your car, because things happen when it gets 80, 90, and even warmer outside. And the drain on your automobile is intense. So you need to check out Pro Automotive, Jeff Angel, in Goshen on Deerdorf Road, and he can help you, especially with those oil changes and the front end alignment. Give him a call today, Jeff Angel at Pro Automotive. Well, we continue from the beautiful showroom of Warsaw Cut Glass here in Warsaw, Indiana. And Courtney, I think a little bit later on, we're going to be rejoined, aren't we, by Linda Deerdorf.
I hope she does.
Kirkendall, yeah.
There's so much here, and you just can't get it in even in a half-hour show to even showcase it all. So I'm just glad we're able to be here today. There's lots of beauty around us, lots of great glass. So we'll talk to her later more specifically about some products. You
know, it's really funny because when you come here to Warsaw Cut Glass with Courtney, she always drops hints about, you might want to consider getting one of these items for me at some point in time down the road, like Christmas or this occasion or that.
Hey, it's better to do that than get something I don't want, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's my motto.
And
drop the hints.
We know for a fact that some folks have come from quite the distance to come visit here because of the Fresh Shopping Network. So you really need to come and see what's going on here. The showroom is beautiful, but behind the scenes, you can even get a peek at how some of this cut glass is actually produced through the fine work of Linda and Randy and their great staff here. Well, we're going to come back and we'll take a little look and a little closer look at some of the retail items here from Warsaw Cut Glass as we continue from beautiful Warsaw, Indiana here on the Fresh Shopping Network. Stay tuned.